the Six Nations.
Yeah, we certainly are. It's a tournament that's given us so much already. No doubt plenty more drama in the final 2 rounds.
No doubt. And whichever nation you're supporting, we'll have something for you on tonight's show, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right. We'll be previewing each of the matches in round 4 of the 2026 Nations.
There'll be some news from the England training camp as Nick Mullins speaks to forwards coach Matt Proudfoot.
Yes, and we'll be using a demo to pick apart the most influential partnership, George Ford.
Nice to see you. Yes, thank you very much for Cora Burrow there for that wonderful rendition of Mawhid, and to the conductor, Dr Hayden James, who is actually the musical director of the Welsh Rugby Union.
Oh.
How good is that? See, that's how you sing Mawhid.
So no
I
jurisdiction.
don't know if it's breaking or not, but it's certainly out in the last few minutes that we've just heard that England-Italy will be played behind closed doors next week. The right decision, Benny?
Yeah, I mean, medically, I've...
Yeah, it's really tough. But Gareth, thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight.
Welcome.
I guess
I've sort of seen within a club.
one of those changes at the end of the season is Toby Booth. Currently with Harlequins, he's going across as head coach. You've seen his practice at Harlequins. What do you think he'll take to the
Well, I
Ospreys?
think...
There. Sa'n expert in the field of rugby.
Yna siomedig.
Siomedig iawn, rhaid i weud.
Ond mae fe wedi dod, mae'r wlad wedi dod yn rhan allweddol o dyfyw y byd. Wy'n mynd i ofyn cyfres o gwestiynau i chi, right, am y gwledydd sy'n chwarae'n cwpan y byd, a ni gys i rai chi...
O'i Mauritius am deg diwrnod.
O, na lyflu.
Tough gig. Yeah, tough gig.
Right, on the music now, there.
Ah,
Ice Baby.
achos dyna can karaoke fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally sold out, actually. We've only got sizes 8 and 9 left. So this wonderful slouch style. So this is all built in, that slouch, so that's not going to, you know, come out. Lots of width. I've got quite a narrow calf, but what was the circumference again?
15 inches on that.
So around that. So you've got lots of room if you've got a wider calf there too, which is really good. And they're beyond comfortable, honestly.
I don't know what you think about this, but as well, but the leather, the quality of the leather on this,
soft.
it's
I mean,
a tumbled leather, and
yeah.
it's really, really soft. It's almost buttery.
It is, isn't it? It's really nice, actually. 8 centimetre, 3-inch heel there, but very comfortable because you've got all that built-in orthotic support. And there is actually just a little zip just here, so this bit opens up, which is good. So they're very easy to get on and off as well. So I'm really liking these boots, but we've only got sizes 8 and 9 left, just to warn you. So you do need to be quick to get the last few pairs of those.
The toe's a bit more pointed on them, isn't it? You've got a slightly more pointed.
Have they got it in them? I think they need another gear. I think they need to attack more. They need to look at their set-piece plays and just get their A game.
Jonathan
Not fine
Davis
when you
is
need 21.
desperate to get in there because you're there enjoying and basking in that incredible Welsh performance, knowing that, you know, a team went out there with a job to do and they did it.
Everyone was saying that England, well, you know...
Here.
Yes, and we're finding the best deals, or are they? Alice is standing by to help this morning. We've got a whole squad this morning, Alice.
Formed your very own Black Friday HQ today.
Yes, I have, with our Super Saver superheroes. What we do not want is scenes like that in South Africa, so I find that that's a good deal. If you wanted to get the Dyson Animal Hero, the Dyson have lots of $299. It's the V8 model. You can find that. And not buying an older model if what you really want is the extended battery power of the newer model, which of course won't be reducing. Also, Neris has called in and said she's looking for a smart HD TV between 30 inches and 50 inches for her daughters for Christmas. What are the best options? Can I just remind you, you're measuring your telly from here to here so you don't get the wrong size. Saving of £50. It again is a little out of date model, but it is a really, it's a good one. It's got a good spec and it supports Wi-Fi. We also found one on Argos. They've just handed me now, which is was $369.99 from Argos. It's now $249.99. That is a saving of £120. It's the cheapest 4K TV we've seen in this Black Friday's sale. So you're getting a 4K smart TV with all the Wi-Fi connection. That is quite a good deal, that one. So next we've got, let's go on to our kitchen aids. Kitchen aids, these always come up in the sale. Have a look here carefully because in the Nespresso Virtuo Plus, from $179 from Lakeland down to $79.99, saving £100. And
Alice Beer to tell us more. Alice, over to you.
Oh, we've been asking you to get in touch with us and our team of Super Savers with your requests for some deals because you want us to do the legwork. Well, we've found lots of things. Can I just tell you that what we're doing here isn't magic. What we're doing, our team, is going through all the price comparison websites. There's lots of them out there, and they're looking at the deals. They're checking.
What's going on? Is this just a glitch?
Well, or is it a coincidence, or is it the fact that we are doing... If you get a phone call from someone purporting to be from British Gas or TalkTalk, or very, very worrying. This is the wake-up call. Password in slightly different guises for all the shops. Last year's, and if you don't do either, if you are guilty of those two things, then you are very, very exposed. And but they have access to your Facebook account, or your Instagram account, or your Twitter account. You've got to re-enter.
And all the address. And
your base for setting up another account.
Does that affect your credit score if you do something?
No,
like that?
no.
OK. Welcome to... I'm Sarah, and I'm Kai's ex.
Oh, no, she did.
Hello. Welcome back to Rugby Tonight. Now, we're aware that we're not the only show in town this evening and that the second of the Tom Smith testimonial dinners is happening at the moment.
Yeah, as you may know, Tom is battling with cancer. We'd like to take this opportunity to say, Tom... Now, since then, the Smasher's been updated, so the scores could be a little bit different. But let's get our first competitor. Come with me over here. Who's up? I'll tell you what, I could do with a little sit down now. Should we grab a seat?
We can if you want to, yeah. We can stay here and chat. Do you need to sit down?
No.
I thought you had a bad back, by the way.
I do have a bad back, and I've only gone and made it worse as well. I'll tell you what, we just had a little mini Six Nations there. Obviously, we've had the Smashos. We've got some new representatives, and we've had some brand new captains so far, the Six Nations. How have they gone? Should we start with Scotland?
Look.
No hope but in winning.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm setting you are Scrumpy Pumpy.
OK, ie, dewch croeso I Gwenno, Elliw a Hannah. Right, Hannah, o le ti'n dod? O Drenewydd. Ti'n dod o Drenewydd, a ble bydde ti'n mynd a Conna ar date? Bydden ni'n mynd... Ydyn, bydden ni'n arall rili da fan hyn. Good. Like hwnna. Siwr un o ti'n ysgol, Geraint?
O'n i fel...
We paid him. We paid him. We wore the pointy boob outfit before Madonna did.
Sexy out.
We did.
22nd of September, when's that?
It's gone.
It's gone. It's out. It's out now. I never know the date.
She said... I don't know what day it is.
I know.
She's got to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
I'm trying to work out what is more terrible, but I felt quite guilty about it. So...
You didn't feel while you were doing it, though, did you?
But I didn't feel guilty. But I did. When I sobered up the next day, I cried so hard I threw up.
Welcome back to the One Show.
Great to see you, yes.
So, as we're on the grandparent yourself...
I am indeed, yeah.
Are you a granddad, a grandpa, or what do you get called?
What did you
It's not me, that's my daughter.
And are you...
Your grandchildren have. I'm just getting over it and ready for the play, yes.
Good, good. The February you start, which is a week away. And did you say downstairs to us that you'd only just started...
Character, Adam, because we know you. I mean, there's such a thorough act.
I've been studying for the last 6 weeks and getting back into the character because he is such a...
But your research into roles has always been so thorough that we were reading today that actually...
And I still do that today.
Goodness, that is incredible.
Yeah, I'm a personality player. I'm a character actor, and you can't just paint...
As you say, a very, very famous photographer, Fleet Street photographer, James Joshua. That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, you enjoyed that, David, didn't you?
Ground control says
Judy Love, Stacey Solomon and Nadia Sawala.
That was Finders Keepers. That the single won't feature on an album, though, because what you've decided to do is you've decided to do a mixtape instead. I mean, obviously, I know what that is, but...
I've written enough music now that I just wanted to release something right now for my fans.
So how long...
That, like, you are your own person, and that, like, I'm making my own thing.
I'll dress that up. Right, Serena, what are we making?
Right, so we're going to make...
A bit more food.
Thank you.
Ooh la la. Yeah. Right, let's dive in.
This is, in my culture, this is a half portion. Just to tell you. 6 of us, I probably make 3.
Let's try that.
Love it.
But you're cooking all the same vegetables, but then you can
Yeah.
pull off the same thing for veggies on the side of your feast.
Ollie, cut through.
Ollie's always got his passport on him, ready for an offer
Literally,
like that.
any opportunity.
I love the wines you're bringing today.
Thank you, David.
For the
That's
food.
very kind.
You've nailed it.
They
Ollie.
match perfectly.
Live with Christine Lampard, Brenda Edwards, Carol McGiffin and Stacey Solomon.
An overnight murder mystery courtesy of Buy a Gift.
Joe Swash. It was embarrassing.
Has she never?
Where do you guys want to place Joe?
Where do you want to put
Don't forget, wherever you put Joe, that will guarantee you that prize.
Where do you want
I'm thinking middle, you know.
30-centimetre ruler?
30-centimetre ruler. OK, a.k.a. Joe Swash.
It's the overnight murder mystery.
Oh. OK. Well, we're going to go with the measuring wheel. You've won this prize. One, two. The risk it. Wow. OK, celebs, can you go back to Marriott, please? Right, guys. This is for all 5 prizes. Which celebrity virginity?
There's a few kind of midlife crisis motifs. Men and women stray, and the average age for a female is 37.
Kids, yeah.
But
And my
isn't it-
kids come to me. If there's something wrong, they would tell me first, even if they think I'm going to get them home and beat them, which I would do. They will come to me first to get them out of trouble. I don't want my kids going to somebody else or somebody else's parent.
I'm your friend, but I'm going to palm your head in.
I don't beat my kids. I'm just saying... I like my kids to come to me. They're my friends. We share a lot together. We've been through a lot together. My daughter's got friends.
Of the UK version of Teen Mom, which hit our screens last night. They tell us why they're challenging stereotypes after the break.
Malia, welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for
We'll bring
coming.
the little
today.
ones in
Yeah,
at the
we're
end,
going to meet
just in case they
Patty.
kick off.
But so
as well, some are present, some are not.
Yeah.
You don't have much of a relationship with
No.
with the father, whereas you do.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
No.
Oh my
I can't wait
gosh!
to watch
Wow.
it.
Wow.
You possibly can.
Yeah, I do say, like, if I could have, I would have waited, but things happen for a reason, I see it as.
All right. Well, Teen Mum UK continues on Wednesday at 8 p.m. on MTV, and you can catch up on the one if you missed it last night. And
Let's
there's
bring
the
'em in.
babies.
Let's
Yeah,
bring 'em
here
in.
they are. Let's bring them in and say hello.
Here we go. Hiya.
Saying you got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin', and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Yeah, are you ready, Boots? Start walking. You keep lying when you ought to be truthin', and you keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep saying when you ought to be a-changin'. Now what's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Look incredibly expensive.
They look
these-
real designer.
They
don't
really do. Well, these are the kind of the length that we see Balenciaga, we see McQueen do. These are actually from...
Wreaking havoc, but she's not a bad person, is she?
Well, thank you for saying that, because I think the viewers have only really seen me sort of say, look...
I don't know, you can be a nice blackmailer, but maybe you can.
Well, I mean,
but we need that with
Well, that's why I was thrilled, you know, when they asked me, because obviously I do like comedy roles as well, and it is light, and you'll see as it progresses, you know, she's just so excited that he makes such a fuss of her release, and then I just seem to settle in there.
Well,
get my
this is the
feet-
good thing.
And Sarah Lancashire, you know, all of those wonderful people that you remember. So I got Paul, my friend, one of the...
that you're doing.
Ah, thank you, by the waters of Liverpool.
Someone you love. We love him.
He's so cute.
I know, and he's so
so chuffed about being nominated, Lorraine. He's even created a video about it.
That's a great song.
We love it.
Such a good song. He's got such longevity, that boy.
He's a good one.
Now, tell me about the Pet Shop Boy.
Just over there for that item.
Do you know, I was good. I just thought I'd sit from really far away and point and laugh, mainly.
Do you eat matcha or drink matcha?
I'd heard of maca powders, but not matcha. On air to make sure that we're putting a balanced set of opinions across. And obviously, we are aware that it's a daytime show. You can't just throw any old stuff out there.
Do you know what? It is terrifying.
It's not censored, it's measured, if that makes sense.
It is terrifying being a TV.
Mullet from early 1980s.
You've destroyed it all.
So, Siobhan, just can we go through the business of why it stopped?
Yeah.
What happened that meant the trio?
Well, nothing dramatic happened. It was we were together as best friends for 9 years. We were in a band together, going around the world, in each other's pockets 24/7 or something.
I heard there was an argument over a pizza.
There was. I mentioned that, yes, in an interview. That was one of many things. Siobhan left a pizza on the floor. I was so overwhelmed by it all.
Head then?
Well, absolute astonishment, because I mean, I love them and I'm very proud of what we've done, but you know, I'd done much Shakespeare Sisters, they continued with Bananarama, and we were having different lives in different countries, and it never occurred to me that they would ask.
Pressure.
Yeah.
And I guess people couldn't contact you in the way that everybody is so contactable now. You were probably in a bubble.
It was great. We weren't in a bubble though.
But we were shipped off everywhere
yeah.
around the world, whereas...
It's just we didn't have
initially the mobile phones. I mean, if you weren't on your landline,
you had
no
one of
knew
those
where you
huge
were.
ones.
Yes, when I moved house, when I had my child, my manager said you need a mobile phone, and it was one of those, so almost like you put a suitcase over your shoulder with a brick. It was. I can't quite believe I'm aging myself that much on TV.
Did you see our wonderful guest just a moment ago? The lady who's just
Yes, yes.
So she's been in the same job for 70 years.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
think you've had a long
I know.
career? As nothing. Do you think there is? Do you think? I mean, what's the plan?
It's
I
not
know you're going to go on
It's not
tour.
70 years.
Never say never.
Never say never.
We got together thinking we'd do this.
I've got a bronze tie to go with your beautiful jacket.
And you even had a haircut.
I have, well, you know, I thought I'd best up my game. You're always looking amazing, so...
Oh, thank you. I have to say, you're looking very good and very confident. So, do you think you might win? Piece of art. But these are not local interests. This is about 2 hours away from where we are. I love it, but I think he's going to make a big loss on this one. Not good for his value. He lost the least.
Yeah.
So I'm a winner-loser and you're a loser-loser.
Cheeky monkey, come on.
Back.
You'll pull it back today. I think it's going to be your day.
Nearly £100 behind.
High-end prostitution. And it's just scary to think that some girls on Instagram, because if they've messaged me, what's to stop them messaging other people? Obviously, they've probably sent that to thousands of girls on pretty girls on Instagram. It was around 100,000 a year, then with all my clothes and bags paid for on top, and sort of my lifestyle paid for. And be paid to be somebody's companion out there.
But you had no idea who that person was?
No, never met this person at all.
Was there a monetary value on that one?
I think it was around 100,000 a year, then with all my clothes and bags paid for on top, and sort of my lifestyle paid for.
Would you ever be tempted for that kind of money? It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, and personally for me, no, I would never be tempted.
Disclosure agreement attached. The details of what would be required of her in Dubai were to be kept secret until she agreed to keep silent about what went on once she got there.
It's high-end prostitution, and it's just scary to think that some girls on Instagram, because if they've messaged me, what's to stop them messaging other people? Obviously, they've probably sent that to thousands of girls on pretty girls on Instagram, and who knows? A few of them might have done it. A lot of them have probably done it because it's a lot of money to some people. It's life-changing money.
It's quite skimpy. They would say it's really no surprise that you're getting these kind of propositions from men who think they can treat you like that.
Just because I get my legs out in a short dress doesn't mean you can buy those legs. They're still mine. It's mine to show off and mine to give to somebody.
Do you think you were ever sufficiently warned?
Everyone wants to know about it. But I've never been sat down and told, oh, by the way, you could have men wanting to buy you. I just don't think we would talk about it because we either...
...place is not consensual.
But if you're signing an NDA, is there not an argument that that is consensual?
Incapable of saying no, and that's a really scary situation because that's what leads to assault.
Rob, in terms of the people you represent, have they been offered?
A lot of the forms of contact, what happened between the two people, is kept on social media. Once, if anything happens...
If you give a boy a skinhead, he'll be turfed out too, which is what you were saying about your older son. Lee says